And we are live. The sports nerds are on the air. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week one of the NFL season. And the three of us on screen right now are pretty excited. It's been a very eventful first week, I must say.
Something.
For someone who doesn't follow a single team, I mean, what were you happy for today, Elliot? I mean, you don't really follow a single team anymore.
Well, I'd just like to start by saying that the NFL season didn't start till today because that debacle of a game on Thursday
yeah, that was bad. That was bad.
That was awful. And you know what? Boo-hoo for the NFL because they should have not gone against tradition and let the New England Patriots host the opening game on Thursday night. No, they wanted to go with Chicago and Green Bay, all the teams in the league, blah, 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 blah. But guess what? You dropped an egg. The NFL. Anyway, that being said, it was kind of weird. I mean, certain things were happening that shouldn't have been happening. And I guess it's just all the new players and the week one. And it's just – I saw some things that are pretty scary. The Atlanta Falcons were getting shut out until garbage time, and then they put up a couple of garbage TDs.
Big shout out to Julio.
It's supposed to be one of the top freaking offenses in the league, and they were hammered. Cam Newton still sucks. He was awful today. But overall, I mean, there were no real shockers.
Right. Well, and maybe not in your mind there was no shockers, but there was a shocker in my mind.
Tell me, and I'll agree or disagree. You know that.
Well, first of all, I didn't expect the Browns to get hit with 187 yards and penalties today. That's number one.
They deserve
that sounds juicy. Please elaborate.
Well, there's my rant. I'm gonna start the show off with my rant. All the hype, all the BS leading up to this season, talking about how good they were going to be, and I have said time and time again, leading up to this season, they haven't showed me anything. They're good on paper, show it to me on the field. Well, today they didn't. They're undisciplined. They are hot-headed. They made too many freaking mistakes. Baker threw 3 freaking picks in the last quarter and a half of that game. He had no business throwing because he was trying too hard. He was trying to come back. I understand that. And up until 3/4 of the way through that game, the Titans were only up 15-13. But then they ended up winning like 43-13 or something like that because of the mistakes that they made and it just the penalties and it was ugly. I mean, I only saw the red zone version of the game, okay? But what I did see just made me sick. I mean, got all the hype that they had going on with this and everything, and it was it's terrible. Terrible.
His job.
So, I mean, I love my Browns. I believe they'll be fine. But I was just disgusted with that game tonight.
I think Delaney Walker said it best in the post-game interview, and when he said, "They are who we thought they are."
Yeah, I saw that too.
That's the big Denny Green line.
Yep. Hi, Jen. Welcome to Football Rants on a Sunday night. Oh, geez, I should start recording this. Huh?
Shoot.
Oh, you need to let me record.
Oh, I'm sorry, John. I apologize for that. Let me go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. All right, you're good.
All right. Well, is that all the rants you have tonight, Mr. That was pretty lame because this is Sunday Night Football Rants on the Sports Nerd Show, and I don't know, man. I want some more passion, bro. Like that was pretty like
that wasn't passionate.
No, this is the Browns. Remember, like you're supposed to be the Super Bowl contending Browns.
No,
like,
I never said that. Don't go there, John.
Actually, today a lot of them were talking about they're the favorites to win the division. That's what they were saying all along.
That's what all the hype has been. They're going to win the division. The NFL Network guys picked them all picked the Browns to win today. Titans punched them in the mouth, and the Browns couldn't respond. Now, the question is going to be, next week against the Jets on Monday Night Football, how do you respond? Okay? Because the Jets kept Buffalo at bay for a good half, almost 3/4.
The Jets fucked it up in the fourth quarter. That's basically
okay. All right. So I'm sorry.
I'll wait for my turn.
Okay.
To respond.
All right.
I know the rant he's going on.
All right.
I'll wait.
It's got Buffalo all over it.
Oh yes. Smeared buffalo hot sauce, buddy. Anchor bar.
Even though they won by a point, he's gonna
Don't matter. A dub is a dub. I'm waiting.
I understand, John.
He wanted to go first, so let's have it.
Now, and to get back into that, how do they respond after getting their asses kicked today, and how they move forward? Baker himself said that he knows the character of these guys in the locker room, and he knows how they're going to respond. Well, it's nice you can say that, Baker, but you didn't prove it today on the football field.
You know what? They need to develop Alzheimer's really quick.
Yeah, they need to put this game behind them, move forward, and just get ready for Monday night. And that
over. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one's in the books. You live and you learn, but they got to show up next week.
I know it's week 1. Baker didn't play in the preseason. Hardly any of the stars played in the preseason. All right, so they didn't have a lot of snaps going into this game today. But it's week 1. You should be ready for it. You should get ready for it throughout the entire week. But they were not ready because the Titans came in, punched them in the mouth, and they fell apart. That simple. And they made mistakes. They made stupid mistakes. They're undisciplined. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. This is not the type of team or the caliber of a team that's going to win the division.
Eckler is amazing, for the record. Sorry.
I honestly think that the moment was too big for them. It was too big for Baker Mayfield.
They haven't won an opening day game since 2004.
16 years now.
15 years.
Well, it was 15. Now it's 16.
Well, yeah, now it's 16, right? Yeah, and Eckler is showing Melvin Gordon he's not needed in San Diego.
Amazing.
In L.A. right now.
Amazing running back.
Didn't I grab him in the draft?
Yes, you did. But I got him in my other league, and I
remember your words. That's the steal of the draft.
That's the steal of the draft, bro.
Yeah, Brett,
I'm telling you. I saw it last year, and as soon as Melvin started doing the Melvin Gordon thing, I was like, Eckler. Yeah. That is the dude this year in fantasy football.
You know what this is evolving? This is the evolving similar and parallel to the Le'Veon Bell situation.
Right. The only difference is that Le'Veon Bell is an actually really good running back, and Melvin Gordon is forgotten next year. Like,
Le'Veon showed his worth today. Le'Veon had a great game today.
You know what? So much for that.
Of course.
So much for that.
Le'Veon.
So much for that being a system running back.
And I stand corrected.
Le'Veon was fine. I mean,
Antonio Brown, he probably won't be a system wide receiver either because he's going to go play with Tom Brady.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Yeah, well, can this be the Antonio Clown free zone this week, or do we have to talk about him? We have to, don't we?
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to. Yes.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it is.
It's okay. What's up, Raj? What's up, man? Yeah, listen, like Eckler to me, dude, is like steal of any draft because I saw him last year behind Melvin, and it was like, and I'll talk about that too, Brett. My homie Sammy went off today. Holy moly, donut shop.
Touchdown.
Was it a touchdown? I'm behind. I'm streaming, so
I'm sorry. That's right. You guys are
No, it's all good. It's all good. They just got first down. It was 3rd and 1, and I don't even know. Yeah. Anyways,
Did you notice that Melvin Gordon started tweeting about he's going to be back in week 6 or 8? That's the same thing that Le'Veon Bell said when he was holding out last year. And then James Connors was so good that the Steelers didn't need him.
Right.
Yeah. It's the same thing's happening here, just like you said.
Sounding like this every week.
Oh, dude, he's a beast, man. He's amazing, and he catches out of the backfield like a wideout. He's great.
Yeah,
he's fantastic. You saw the numbers he put up last year behind Melvin.
Yes.
He just got a touchdown. Oh, he won the game. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Eckler's amazing.
Walk-off touchdown.
Walk-off touchdown
Nice.
for the Chargers. Okay.
Yeah.
My Roku went down. I had to reboot it, so I'm waiting to back up.
Chargers win. Beautiful. That was great.
All right.
That was
So
great.
we talked. We didn't. This time last week, we thought AB was still going to be in Oakland because he hadn't started this whole drama this week. Okay. But tell me the truth, guys. Were any of you guys surprised that he ended up with the Patriots?
No, because I think it was all set up that way.
I think it was
That's
set up
all
too.
set up. It's total collusion. It's total fabrication. It's total Patriots.
How do the Patriots sign him an hour after he's released?
Oh, no, but this is the fun thing. He does a video on YouTube, publishes it, jumping around after it gets released. That was him losing $30 million. I'm sorry. I don't care how rich you are. You don't start jumping around in your backyard after losing $30 million without knowing you had a deal coming.
Right.
Plus, he's gonna get that $30 million back.
Well, he's going to get half of it back this year when he plays.
When he sues the NFL, he'll get that money back.
Well,
He won't win that.
That was guaranteed money.
Right,
You can't
but Elliot, the guarantees he's getting from New England prevent him from going after all that money.
All he's getting is a $9 million.
He's getting $9 million. He's getting $9 million up front and can earn up to $15 million.
$20 million back from the NFL. That's the other. That's the other $20 million from the $29 million. He got jacked.
There's no way he can get it, dude. Like he
Look,
starts.
You know when you knew he was gonna get when he wanted to leave, when he started calling Mike Mayock a cracker and tell him he's gonna slap him upside his head.
Yeah, like I mean, how can the NFLPA actually defend that? Like, how can they, in their right mind, go, "Oh yeah, our guy is
suspended for that"? Is what I'm saying. You know. But, hey, it's like a lot of players, man. Their talent sometimes. It's like when celebrities go to trial. They get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same thing with these players. They become divas once you pay them the money.
But it's total backdoor dealing. Like, the Patriots were on the phone. Like, Drew Rosenhaus was on the phone with Robert Kraft. Like,
because technically AB could not sign with another club until 4:01 p.m. on yesterday, after his release. Okay, right. You got to know that before 4 o'clock, Rosenhaus or even AB was on the phone to the Patriots.
Or he was released.
Smoke screen, dude. It was a fucking smoke screen the whole time.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you.
He wanted to go to the Patriots from day one. The Steelers weren't going to trade him there.
Right.
So this was his little dog and pony show to get out of where he wanted to go. He wants to.
Only thing is, he did it a week later, else he would have been able to play against the Steelers.
Right.
Yeah.
He should have pulled that shit last week.
Yeah, whatever. He's a bum, and it sucks because he was like my favorite wideout for years, man. Like I loved watching him ball. Now it's like,
Hey, have you seen his cousin over in Tennessee?
No.
He put up 100 yards today.
Who's his
with the Tennessee Titans? His name is A.J. Brown, I think.
A.J. Brown?
Yeah. Oh, really? That's his cousin?
He's Antonio's cousin.
There you go. Great. More awesome people like that in the league.
Yeah, right.
Great. Fantastic.
The fines are what caused him to lose his full signing bonus, Brett. So that's why we lost the $30 million was because of the fines that Oakland were gonna put on him. And that's why he wanted to. That's why he bailed.
It's like $250,000.
Yeah. Again, right? but again, it's my firm belief that this was all staged and set up to begin with. Once AB was not happy with Oakland.
You do know that the New England Patriots tried to trade for him in March.
Yes, the Patriots tried to trade for him back in March, but the Steelers weren't doing it. The Steelers said no, we're not trading him to a rival. He can go somewhere else. And at that point, the Raiders were not a rival. He's not a real rival.
I always was suspect about the talk about him going to play. Why would he leave a Ben Roethlisberger to go play with Derek Carr? Is my question. First of all,
that's who he was traded to.
That's not going to make his game any better.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
He was traded to Oakland.
He didn't have a choice. That's where he was traded to.
As much as he said that's where he wanted to go, he was always trying.
And then behind the scenes, they were talking to whatchamacallit, the Patriots, and back and forth. They were down at the They were down at the massage parlor over there in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, him and Robert Kraft were
hanging out.
A couple notes. Now, we've discussed AB. We know he's a little bitch, a little whiny bitch, and he's going to play with. You know what though? He'll go to New England and he'll play the Patriot way, or Belichick will get rid of him. But still, getting back to today's game, some significant happenings happened on the injury front. First of all, Tyreek Hill went down with an injury to his clavicle, and ended up having to go to the hospital because it affected something with his sternum. They're not releasing exactly what happened, but he ended up going to the hospital. He's going to be out a couple weeks. Nick Foles broke his collarbone and is out 6 to 8 weeks at minimum.
And who's this Minshew that came in?
I don't know, but that kid gets a lot of poison.
22 out of 25?
Yeah. Yeah, Brett asked about him too. I'm like, and I saw him, and he was –
Minshew the second.
Yeah, and he showed a lot of composure. He's a rookie out of Washington State.
Gardner is his first name.
Yes, he's a rookie out of Washington State, and he had a lot of composure. He knew the offense because Foles didn't take many snaps during the preseason. This guy did, took the majority of them, so he already knows the offense. So that's why he looked as good as he did. Mitch. He got his left ankle to hold on, and he limped the rest of the game, but he still looked good today. Trubisky. I'm sorry.
Don't talk to me about no Mitch
Mahomes. I'm sorry, Mahomes.
Okay.
Trubisky looked Trubisky was a deer in the headlights Thursday night. He looked terrible.
But you know what? Aaron Rodgers kind of looked the same way.
Right.
That was just bad football, man.
It was horrible football.
That was awful. That was karma is what it was.
Yes.
Yeah.
Karma. The NFL didn't need to mess with the structure the way it was, man. And because they did it to New England, that's why the karma came back.
Right. Yeah, because it's always the Super Bowl champions who host the first game of the season.
The first game on Thursday night.
Yes.
Yeah. But because of the 100th anniversary, they decided to go with
Sunday night again. Yeah, I mean that New England-Pittsburgh game would have been great for a starter on Thursday night. Would have been great.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me?
Go Pittsburgh. Go Pittsburgh. Yay, Pittsburgh. I'm the biggest.
Two teams I hate the most. I can't root for either one. I hope it's a freaking tie.
Can I talk about the Bills yet?
Oh, yeah, sure. Jump right in.
Knock yourself
Am I allowed?
Knock yourself out, John.
Okay.
Just don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself now. He had his Thurman jersey on, so
I have my Thurman jersey on.
Yeah, he's got his Thurman Thomas jersey.
Repping the Thurman jersey.
Just like I'm repping the old school, he's repping the old school.
And we got to make sure that we know that the Toronto Raptors are world champs. Big shout out. Okay.
And the Buccaneers just let San Francisco score again. A pick six.
Pick six. Okay. So you're having a horrible Sunday. I'm having a great freaking Sunday. Here we go, Jen. Here we go. Okay, so opening drive, very similar opening drive to the Browns. Like everything was looking great. Josh Allen was dropping dimes to Cole Beasley to John Brown. Everything was beautiful. It was looking great. Fumble happened. Once that fumble happened, for the first half, Josh wasn't all there. He threw 2 picks and he had another fumble. So there was 4 turnovers at halftime. But the stout defense that is the Buffalo Bills kept it to a 6-0 Jets lead at halftime. So I was talking to my fantasy football friends because the majority of fantasy football people are really piss-poor football fans. Like they say they follow football, they just follow scores on Sundays. I actually watched preseason, and this is what happened in preseason. Exact same things. Josh would kind of stumble out of the gate, and it took the whole team about 2 quarters to get their head right. The only difference was preseason in here is that Josh wouldn't be the guy leading the charge in the second half of preseason. It was Matt Barkley, the backup. This was exactly the similar situations that Buffalo had experienced in the preseason. But now Buffalo was only down 6. They were down 6-0, and the Jets got another touchdown and something, and they were up 16-0. So 16-0 going into the fourth quarter. But Josh starts putting things together. He starts picking off dudes. the accuracy that apparently is not there. He's hitting dudes on stride. Everything was looking beautiful, wonderful. John Brown is exactly who we thought he was when we signed him. Devin Singletary was the reason why LaShawn McCoy is now with the Chiefs instead of still on the Buffalo Bills.
As a matter of fact, he ran 10 rushes for 81 yards, 8 yards a carry.
Was that shady or shady out of your game? Yeah.
He's rejuvenated.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Absolutely. Shady's fine. But Buffalo came through. And then that final pass with Josh throwing it to John Brown, sideline, John Brown runs it in. Beautiful win. Everybody's like, oh, it's a 1 point win. It was the first time since 1997 that the Bills have come back from 13 points down or more in the fourth quarter. This is a different team. There's a different culture there.
Not to mention the 4 turnovers.
They overcame 4 turnovers. Yeah.
They overcame the 4 turnovers, too.
Again, you know what? Bottom line.
That never happened before.
Bottom line, just like Cleveland, it's still the Jets.
But it's a divisional opponent.
Yeah,
right.
But it's still the Jets.
It's still the Jets. But everybody was talking about how great the Jets are and how great the Jets were going to be this year. And the Jets have Sam Darnold, the second coming, and Le'Veon's there, and they were going to be great.
Actually, they did good. They did their jobs today. Le'Veon did well. So did what's his name? Crowder, Jameson Crowder.
Crowder, yep.
He did well. I mean, they just don't have – I don't think Darnold's the guy yet to take them.
No, they have Adam Gase as their head coach. That's the problem.
That's another problem.
That's
because
the problem.
You know what? If he couldn't do shit down in Miami, then why the fuck are you bothering with him? Miami got rid of him for a reason, and Miami sucked.
Yep.
So obviously you suck too.
Yeah, man. I'm thrilled with the win, and people will say it's an ugly win. I saw a completely different Bills team in that second half that played
it was
to
crucial. It was crucial to their psyche.
Right, absolutely. Now they don't have to go because they're playing the Giants in MetLife next week, so they don't even have to leave, even though Buffalo is only a 5-hour drive away.
Buffalo's a stone's throw.
Right, but they can literally stay. They don't have to go. They got to. They're staying in New Jersey. They play next week. The Giants are shite. I mean, so pretty. I'm not going to guarantee a win, obviously, but
by the way, Eli's been replaced with about 2 minutes to play in the game.
Yeah, I'm watching him right now.
Daniel Jones.
Yes, Daniel Jones is in the game right now.
Nice throw to him.
I think Eli's going to get replaced by around week 5 or 6.
Oh, this was ugly, man. I mean, the Cowboys are supposed to do good, but I mean.
Yeah, the Cowboys look really good, guys. They did.
The Giants are that bad. No, the Giants are that bad.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm happy for Buffalo. It was a beautiful win.
I thought they were.
I'm happy for you, John.
Thank you. And I'm happy for not only LaShawn McCoy, but I'm also happy for who Brett put in there, Sammy. 9 receptions.
Sammy had a day today. Yes.
I love me some Sammy, man. I love me some Sammy.
Yes, Sammy had a great day today. I mean, and he looks healthy. He looks fast.
And now that Tyreek Hill is gone,
yep.
Is that Brett you said?
Yeah, Brett. He's in Facebook.
I think Brett tried to trade him to me.
Well, I got Sammy on my bench, man, and his trade value just went skyrocket because Tyreek Hill is out for a couple of weeks now.
Yep.
So he's still going to throw to Kelsey, but who's your wideout? Your wideout is Sammy now. So Sammy is going to benefit tremendously.
That Jacksonville defense was shit, especially after they lost Miles Jack.
Miles Jack was a punk ass today. He was a punk.
He got kicked in that fucking second quarter.
Yep.
That whole defense collapsed. Dude.
Yep.
Let's go Steelers.
Hey, Bob the Beer Man is in the house.
Hey, everybody. Alexa, stop.
Let's go Steelers.
How'd you manage during let me get off topic here a second. How'd you manage during the storm, Bob? Everything okay?
Everything fine.
Good.
You guys didn't get nothing. You know who got hammered? Janelle.
Yeah, Janelle got hammered. Yeah.
Canada got hammered. The Bahamas and Canada got freaking. You guys in the States got a little.
Brett got pretty hard.
Brett wants to know: are the Dolphins that bad, or are the Ravens that good?
Ravens are good, man.
Dolphins are that bad.
Yeah, Dolphins are that
But the
bad, but
Dolphins are
Ravens
that-
are good.
Let's put it this way: the Ravens aren't 59 points a game good,
Yeah.
but the Dolphins are 59 points a game bad.
Yes, they are. Yes, that roster was purged before the season. They purged it.
It's ugly over there.
It's going to be
man.
ugly in Miami all season long. They may actually end up tying the Browns for the worst record ever recorded in the Browns and the Lions
Oh, nah.
with an 0-16.
Hey, you know
season.
what? They might do the reverse 70s Dolphins.
No, they
Yeah.
got to play the Steelers this year.
Let's go
Ravens come to
Steelers.
Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh goes to Baltimore. Be ready for a fight because you tell you what, Lamar Jackson looked legit today. He really did.
He did. Did you see his
You won't
post game
legit
too?
the first time you face them.
Guess what? He didn't even do it with his legs.
No, he didn't. He did it with his
He did
arm.
it with his freaking
And his
arm.
post-game conference says he says,
Hilarious.
"Not bad for a running back, huh?"
Not bad
He
for a
was
running
shut-
back. That was
He was
great.
trying to shut up his critics, is what
Yes.
he's trying to do.
Yep.
Saying that he's not a
Good for
passing
him, man.
quarterback. He can't pass.
Well, that was what I noticed with the Bills game because everybody said, Josh Allen is just going to be in the pocket and he's going to have to scramble, he's going to have to run. They didn't have any running back sets for probably like 10 to 15 plays.
Correct.
Like they didn't touch the running backs in Buffalo until third and fourth quarter.
Right.
And we saw what happened once they did. I mean, Devin is going to be offensive rookie of the year. I'm calling it now.
I'm buying, John. I really am.
Thank you. He looked good, man.
If
The kid looked good, bro.
I'm in this one goofy fantasy league where you have that there was a certain amount of cap that you had to pick, and you pick teams. You got so many points for a win and so many points for playoff win and playoff spot and all kinds of stuff. And I think that like Miami was $2 and Patriots were $6 and everybody else was in between, and you had $35 to spend and you could pick as many teams as you wanted. And one of the teams I picked was Buffalo.
Hey, man.
Yeah, it was. And Bob, you missed my rant already. I've already ranted about the Browns today. I've ranted hardcore about the Browns today.
Oh, I bet.
87 yards and penalties today by the
They
Browns.
lost by 30 points at home.
They lost by 30 points at home. Actually,
To a mediocre team.
to a mediocre team.
Titans.
Precisely.
And then Delaney Walker's post game was they are
Who we thought they were. Yeah.
Who they thought?
He pulled a Dennis Green. They
Pulled a
are who
Dennis
thought
Green.
they were.
He pulled.
There was one league I had to play against Delaney Walker and Sammy Watkins.
Oh!
You got killed.
You got
Yes,
roasted.
I think I had Tyreek Hill in that one.
Well, I'm also
God.
sad to say, Bob, that you're getting killed in this league too by me. I am just destroying you right now.
My son
Hey,
is
you got
getting
Sammy
his.
Watkins, Brett.
What's that, Elliot? What'd you say?
I said, who's got Sammy Watkins, Brett?
I don't know who's got Samuel Watkins. I think John's got him on the bench.
Oh, in my other league.
Oh, in the other league. Okay.
Yeah, in my other league, I got him on the bench.
Trade bait.
Oh, don't, because this is the thing, and it's like people are like, "How'd you put Sammy on the bench? Look at all the points he put up." It's like my other two, the two wideouts I started was Julio Jones and DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
Right.
So even if Sammy could have put up 100 points, I feel no way because there's no chance
You could put him in the flex.
I'd ever play.
No,
Ever. Like, it doesn't
no,
matter.
you
So
don't.
I don't feel
blame
bad.
you for that you can't fault yourself for that after the fact.
No, I don't. But now it's trade bait. Now it's like,
Can we not point a finger at the guy that Scott so brilliantly drafted with the second pick in the draft?
who was that?
Mr. Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, McCaffrey.
Run CMC.
Oh, he went off, man.
Yeah, he
That
did.
dude's a
Run
beast.
CMC, man.
Yep.
That dude is money.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah, he is, dude.
he doubled his
All up and
he
down.
doubled his projected point total per NFL Network today.
Yeah, man.
Doubled it.
Yeah. That's why he's
And helped you
third or
pretty much
second.
put a beat down on Bob.
Yes,
Yep.
yes, I did.
Yeah. And it ain't done either.
No, it ain't because I still got Drew Brees to go tomorrow night.
Drew Brees and Von Miller.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, I still have some people too, but
You ain't gonna make it, Bob.
You ain't
no,
catching
I mean, last time I checked, I was getting killed. I
Yeah,
was getting.
you're not
by
gonna.
73
Ben
points right now.
Roethlisberger's not gonna put up 50 points on the Patriots. I'm sorry.
Now,
It's
he
not
does
gonna
have
happen.
5 people playing, but you've got, two?
Yeah.
And,
Who's he got playing? Let's
and that was my problem
Yeah,
today
Roethlisberger and
in all
Connor.
3
Yeah.
of my leagues.
So
Actually,
the Saints and
Roethlisberger
Texans play
and
tomorrow
Connor.
night. Is that what it is? Saints and Texans,
There's 2 games
Saints
tomorrow.
and Texans,
Saints,
yeah.
and then Oakland, Denver.
Oakland, Denver. Yeah.
That's the one you go to sleep on.
Yeah.
Yeah. No
How
doubt.
about this, guys? How about Deshaun Jackson today in Philadelphia?
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
How about
Jack,
D-Jax?
You know what? He looked like he
What's up, Brad?
was back
You
home.
have him too, don't you?
No, I don't.
He looked like he felt like he was back home, you know?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He looked like he was back home.
I loved
Plus,
watching D-Jax today because he was so miserable in Tampa, and to get him back in Philly, he was so happy to be there, and Wentz found him time after time for big plays.
Did you see that touchdown that old man Vernon Davis scored today?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did against the Buccaneers.
Dude, that
Yes,
guy
I
looked
did.
so slow running down.
No, yeah,
the
Redskins.
field,
It was the
like-
Redskins. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's on the Redskins.
Oh my gosh, man.
Fucking hurdled those guys, twisted around, shook them off.
And he used to be the fastest tight end in the NFL too.
Yes. It was great.
The
They're
49ers.
playing. They're replaying it now on Red Zone.
Yeah, that's why you said it, because oh my gosh, look at him hurdle over that guy. God
Yep.
love him.
Hello.
Vernon.
It's the old
He's
man.
so slow. Look how slow he was. Like, how did he not get caught?
I gotta run faster. Come on, I can't catch my breath.
Hold
You know they
man.
had a gas. You know they had an oxygen tank and Geritol on the sideline
they did.
waiting for him.
Oh,
Sam, look at Sammy zigzagging
Sammy,
and
bro, come
and
on,
cut
man.
and
Sammy.
God.
You can't mess with him, man. I love that kid, man. I love him. I'm so happy for him, man.
So the Cardinals have the ball. It's the only active game, and they're down by 8 with 2 minutes to go.
Yep. The Niners beat the Buccaneers 31-17. There's no surprise there. The
So
Buccaneers.
They
you
are
had
who we
an
thought they
awesome
were.
Sunday. You
What's
had
that?
an awesome Sunday.
Isn't that though?
You should
I
just
just-
stop rooting for. You just should stop rooting for football and get into fantasy full time.
That's like, if you don't have a team, man, that's the way to do it, because then you're not really stressed out.
That's why I decided to just get into fantasy full
The
time.
Bengals almost beating the Seahawks in Seattle.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, baby.
True.
Yeah, that is true.
A
That's
win
funny.
is a win.
That's funny, man. I'm
Look at Deshaun
excited.
Jackson,
I'm so happy.
154
I
yards
was
and 2
so
touchdowns.
excited this morning, man. Like, I was just so happy knowing that football was back. Like, it was.
And you know, Bob, to be honest, I'm actually rooting for Pittsburgh tonight because
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I'm rooting for Pittsburgh tonight for 2 reasons. I have a lot of respect for Mike Tomlin, and I want to see him succeed without Le'Veon and AB on the roster. Okay, to prove that they didn't need them. And the second thing is because they're playing the fucking Patriots.
Right.
Preach.
Okay. You know, as much as I despised Pittsburgh and everything they represent, Terry Bradshaw used to burn in hell for the things he used to do against the Browns. I would rather see Pittsburgh beat New England than not because I just go Pittsburgh tonight. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
You know, I
man.
kind of feel that way about like Tom Brady and shit, but now it's like I think about it and I say, what the hell? Who the hell is going to stop these guys?
I don't know.
You're gonna have Julian Edelman in the slot.
Josh
You're gonna
Gordon,
have Josh Gordon on one side, Antonio Brown on the other.
right?
Sonny Michel and James White in your backfield who can catch out of the backfield.
Yes,
Okay.
and the GOAT behind center.
Okay. Listen.
That offense has become
He's
Nothing to do
still
with it.
42 years old, and he's one defensive end coming in at 50 miles per hour, sacking fast away from
and we've been
retirement.
saying that how many years now?
Don't matter. It's gonna happen.
Until somebody actually does it.
It's gonna
It's
happen.
all you know what? It's all hogwash unless somebody does it, yeah.
But
Right.
it's gonna happen. He is going to get hit, and he's 42, and he won't be able to get back to game
Yeah, but I tell you what,
It'll
for
happen.
42, he's in pretty damn good
Trust
shape.
me, that dude
Don't
is
matter.
protected. That dude
Don't
is
matter.
protected, man.
We've been saying this for years, though, and he
Don't
still
matter.
doesn't go
Still
away.
doesn't.
Happen.
He still does it. Shit, we wrote him off 2 years ago when he freaking got roasted in Kansas City that one game. What did he do? Never lost again after that.
Right.
And what did I say that was I here that week? Or
What did he do?
I remember telling everybody, I said, Patriots are going to win the Super Bowl right now. Watch.
God.
Once they got Antonio Brown, that definitely improved the odds for them. They have to be the odds-on favorite going in with Kansas City.
And AB
But I
is
don't
going to
think
turn
Kansas
into a
City-
model citizen.
AB's
In
not
New
gonna
England, he
work.
has to.
He
Because
has
they don't-
this
He's
is
gonna
his
get
last-
They don't
this is his
tolerate
one
that
and only
bullshit in
shot.
New England.
calling it now.
You
Bill
only get,
Belichick don't play that
Yeah.
shit. He
He
like
gets
homie
one
the clown.
shot.
He don't play that.
He's
He
not
gets
going
one
to get
shot.
one snap.
no.
There's going to be investigations for the fact that he signed a contract or was in contact with a team while under contract with the Raiders. That is not going to just get pushed on. This is the
If they can
Patriots.
prove it.
They are notorious for doing this crap.
Right?
There will
The
be an
Patriots.
investigation this week, and Antonio Brown will probably have to sit out the entire season.
The Cheatriots.
The Cheatriots.
Right?
But he'll be in uniform week 2.
Screw AB and screw the Patriots and screw the NFL for allowing this crap to go on with this shitty ass franchise. They're freaking
Not to mention the fact that Robert Kraft is under indictment. Not to mention the fact that the owner of the Patriots is accused of what?
Didn't they just fucking diss the Patriots by keeping them off Thursday Night Football as the defending football champion? If they were so biased about the Patriots, they would have let them play on Thursday.
Well, yeah, but you gotta look
they've gotten away with a
No,
lot
they
of
like
shit.
giving
man.
them. They like giving them 7 days rest.
it's the 100th anniversary of the NFL. There was an exception. That's why they put the Packers and the Bears on.
And that's why
Thursday.
they got. And
It's
that's why they
the
got.
100th season of the NFL. That's why they did it. About tradition.
And
That's the
that's
longest
why
running
they-
rivalry in the NFL. That's why they did it, Elliot.
And that's why they got the log riding up in the gravy train.
Exactly. But I'll tell you what. It
Can't happen quicker.
I'm so tired of hearing about how great the Patriots are. Their owner is accused of partaking in human trafficking in South Florida. I mean, Robert Kraft is getting a happy ending at a massage parlor from some Chinese girl in Fort Lauderdale, and he's got connections with other billionaires doing the same thing. But yet they get all. They just I hate it.
Hey, did
I
he
hate
know
it.
Jeffrey
I hate
Epstein?
them too. I hate them too.
Did he know Jeffrey Epstein?
I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past him.
Well,
I'm gonna get a refill. I'll be right back.
I noticed a couple of years ago as to how much I really disliked the Patriots whenever they were playing Baltimore in a playoff game and I was cheering against New England.
Why would you do that?
Because I can't stand them.
I thought Pittsburgh fans can't stand Baltimore.
Can't. Despise. Worst rivalry. That's our biggest rival, but I caught myself cheering against New England that day, and it was a playoff game. And Patriots mopped the floor with them that day. But I caught myself not cheering for Baltimore, but subconsciously cheering against the Patriots. And that was when I realized that I dislike New England worse than I dislike Baltimore.
I've always hated the Patriots. Nice and neat. Nice and neat. What? Man, oh man. It is exciting. I don't care who you are right now.
Hey, Katie. Jerry Jones is smiling, Brett. Yes, he is, because his Cowboys are all together. His boys are all together. His family's together. It's all nice, all warm and comfy and cozy. And then they'll choke in the playoffs again.
Week 1.
Cowboys. Yeah, Brad, it's about what I did. You're right. No, I put one shot in here, but we're fine.
Yeah, after the rant, that's no good. You should have been before it, man. No, what is this?
Bob, Katie's in the house, by the way.
Hi, Katie.
Yeah, it's not a good day, and I'm sure Katie's not entirely proud of that game that happened Thursday night. Katie's a Green Bay Packer fan. I'm sure she's not totally excited about that game, even though they won.
It's a
The
win,
entire
man.
NFL is embarrassed by that performance.
Yes.
It's a win.
That was an
man.
ugly football game to watch.
Yes, it was very ugly.
That was egg in your face football, NFL.
Yeah. Yeah, I went to bed at halftime. I was like, God, this is terrible.
It was awful, dude.
I
Even
watched-
Aaron
Ugly,
Rodgers
ugly.
was like shit.
Yeah, it was ugly.
You talk about deer in headlights. Shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, there was one great throw, and that was Rodgers to that one touchdown pass that Rodgers threw.
Yeah.
Pass interference, right? Yeah.
Face mask.
Oh, see, I'm way behind you guys. I just got the
Oh,
pass
shit.
interference too.
Watch out.
Here we come.
Here comes the Cardinals.
They ain't
Yep.
done yet.
Guys, can you not ruin it for the people that are like in Canada and we just got internet like 2 days ago?
Oh boy.
Hey, we ever gonna square up with your son or what?
What's that? Sorry?
We ever gonna square up with your son and his money?
Oh yeah, he's in university. He's awesome.
No. I'm talking about the money that he owes to the league.
Yeah.
His entry fee.
Yeah.
I mean, I've extended it as pretty long.
It's the first week of the season.
They just did, Brett. Oh.
Everybody else.
We'll talk about that offline, guys, okay?
Fuck, I'm out of here. Fuck, I don't want it. You know what? I'm even done with that league, actually. I'm fucking out. Fuck that.
What?
See, that's why I didn't want you to bring it up on the show. You can talk about it offline. Don't talk about it on the show, man. Money's
Come
not
on, man.
a
You know what? He's been bitching and moaning about everything, dude. I texted him today to let him know that Ziggy Ansel wasn't going to play today, so that he could change.
Yeah, I know you did. I know he told me. And
then
let's get back to the football talk, and let's just worry about that later. Okay? Let's just worry about it another time. So Cardinals just scored a touchdown, and it looks like they're going to maybe try and tie it up, which they just did.
Yep.
They did tie it up.
Larry Fitzgerald, baby.
The old man came through.
And there's Christian Kirk with the 2-pointer.
Unbelievable. Let's say, well, it is the Detroit Lions. You never know. So you never know with those guys. I agree, Katie. With games like that, the NFL fans have nothing to stay on. Yeah, it was a rough game. Even though Green Bay won, I know you're happy about that, but it was a really bad game and a really bad decision for the NFL to choose that game to start the season with. Because Chicago's got a great defense, but Trubisky was exposed Thursday night as a bad quarterback. He was awful the entire game.
Plus, it was. I mean, if you think about it, it wasn't the matchup that needed to be on the opening night
Right.
season. Because usually when it's the defending champion, they'll have like a party in town. So basically, what they did was they screwed the fans as well in New England by not having the festivities and all that stuff that goes on with the defending champ opening up the regular season.
Yep.
You know,
I mean, they'll do it tonight. They'll do it tonight, but it's not the same
league
thing.
got their karma. The league got it back karma-wise.
Yeah. They got a bad game in return.
I'm telling you, man, it's bad karma when you try to mess with the Patriots.
God.
You just can't do it, man, for some reason. That's
Right,
like Harry Potter shit going on over there, man. Well, shoot. I guess that took the air out of the room.
A little bit. Anybody happen to see what if Rafa won or not today? Did Rafa win the title?
wasn't paying attention.
Mm.
I wasn't. I've been watching football and cleaning.
Let's take a look here real quick. He won the first set. I know that. Is it still going on? Well, it looks like it's still going on. They're in the fourth set, looks like. Rafa won the first two sets, and Medvedev won the third. Let's see what's going on here. Ain't over yet. Or not. There, let's try that. So tonight's game, Bob, you looking forward to it?
Yeah, even though I'm only gonna be able to watch a little bit of it.
Because you got to go to bed.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed. I'm getting ready to have my busiest week that I've ever seen.
Really?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You guys shut
Post
down?
hurricane week.
Did you guys shut down?
Yeah, we didn't go back until we worked Monday, and then we didn't work until yesterday.
Okay.
And I know what I saw yesterday, and it was I already see what I'm getting ready to go through next week. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to be the toughest week because last year for Hurricane, I ended up missing half the week.
Right.
And
Katie wants to know if you're okay after Dorian.
I'm fine after Dorian.
No damage at your place?
No damage. Power didn't even go out here.
Okay. So you stayed at your folks, right?
I stayed at my parents, yeah. But
Down in
power
Hilton.
didn't even go out here because I got home and the microwave and the stove, the clock still was right. So
Okay.
power didn't even go out.
Okay. No, I mean, you're in
Charleston.
And I know there was worries about flooding in Charleston. And I know North Carolina
Right.
got hit harder, got more damage in North Carolina than you guys did, I think, in South Carolina.
Right. Charleston floods whenever it sprinkles, but I live on the other side I live probably 12 miles from downtown.
Okay. So you're not near the coast then?
Yeah, it's probably about 12 miles, 15 miles.
Okay. So you're well back. I'm surprised they had you in an evacuation area. I didn't think you were that low.
Oh yeah, I'm still close enough to be definitely in the evacuation area.
Okay.
Just the way the city's set up and stuff.
Yep.
I'm actually closer to Mount Pleasant than I am to Charleston, but
Okay. Yeah, I didn't get anything here. I mean, it was far enough offshore to where it didn't get any effect here. So,
right.
I mean, Canada is getting hit pretty hard, but and I guess North Carolina some places in North Carolina get hit pretty hard. But for the most part, you know, you got to look back at the pictures from the Bahamas and just think, oh my God, they've just been blown off the map.
That was awful.
Yes.
I mean, aid can't come fast enough to those people in the Bahamas. They just awful. I mean,
and that kills travel and tourism
Yes.
and everything else, which is their biggest industry.
yeah, I mean, the two islands that got hit pretty bad, Grand Bahama and Abaco Island, I think is the name of it. I'm not sure. Like it's something.
Yeah,
like
Abaco, yeah.
Abaco. I mean, Nassau is in an island way south of there. They didn't get hit at all, hardly at all. So there's still tourism available for the Bahamas, but those two islands got hit. I mean, Freeport and Abaco Island just got annihilated.
Right.
And I'm sitting here sweating it on Sunday night because thinking it's going to come across. It's going to come on shore. Well, we closed our office on Monday. Even though, we were closed Monday because of Labor Day, and then we closed our office on Tuesday because of the hurricane. And my fear was that we were going to get hit harder than we did, and we didn't. But I ended up working from home on Tuesday, so and my job was going to pay us 8 hours for that day because it was out of our control. They were going to go ahead and pay us for that day because we were closed. So not only did I get the pay for being closed, but I also got paid for what I worked. So I got almost double time. I got double time on Tuesday. So
There you go.
that was nice. But we were very fortunate here. No damages at all. And, things are great.
Just a tough day for me.
Yeah. And, I'm glad you guys got no damages. I'm assuming your folks were undamaged as well.
Yeah, they were undamaged. It was farther off the coast.
Okay.
Whenever it was there than what it was whenever it got to here, because I know that I was watching the Weather Channel and it got to be about Thursday morning and they said 12 to 18 inches of rain for Charleston.
Right.
And I'm sitting here going, oh no, I don't need a flood again.
Right.
Especially this week, because you know what today is, right, Scott?
Today she died.
It is.
It's 1 year ago today.
1 year ago today.
Rough day.
Yes.
God, has it been a year already? Good Lord.
It has been a year.
Doesn't feel like it's been a year. Yeah. So anyway, boy, Atlanta looked bad today against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Atlanta looked as bad as they always look on the road.
This is true. They look like that on the road all the time anyway. One of the most overrated teams, I think, in the league is Atlanta. I don't think they're as good as people think they are. They play great at home, but they can't go on the road. Even they were in a dome, they were on a fast track, but Minnesota did that defense just put it to them all day.
Minnesota's tough.
Yeah, Minnesota's good. Even with Kirk Cousins at quarterback, Minnesota's good.
Kirk Cousins is he is not bad. I like him. I think he's kind of a doofus, but as a person, but as a ball player, I like him. I'll take him for fantasy any day. He's like Romo was. He's better at fantasy than he is at being a real quarterback.
Dalvin Cook balled out today too.
Oh, yeah,
I had him in one league.
Yeah, he looked really good today. I'm glad to see him back and healthy as well. He was because he's a Seminole, so I like him. But yeah, he looked really good today.
Yeah.
Well, he looked as good as he looked in the first 3 games, I think it was, before he got his injury. So he's healthy and back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Medvedev and Nadal are in the fourth set. Nadal's up 2-1. Medvedev is leading in the fourth set 4-3 right now with Nadal serving. So this match is going longer than I thought it was. Yeah, I know you don't like the Vikings, kid. That's all right. You don't like the Vikings, the Lions, and the Bears especially. I know. Oh my.
Oh shit! Old Faithful strikes again.
What's that?
Yeah. Still do it. He's still a monster.
I'm telling you,
Oh man, look at that.
If he was on a great franchise, he could have broke all kinds of records.
Well, yeah, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer regardless. He could have broken so many records. He'd been on a good team, yes. I mean, he did play in one Super Bowl when Warner was the quarterback, but they lost against Pittsburgh. Bob remembers that.
I do. I actually have a poster of I actually have something hanging up on my wall. Let me go grab it.
Go lay down.
Was it the catch? And that was played in Tampa, by the way. I was living here at the time.
Relax.
Is it the catch? No, it's not the catch. Okay, I got you.
Well, the catch is at the bottom.
I got you. Yeah, there it is.
Just it's the freaking newspaper, the Charleston newspaper from that day.
Yeah.
But I got it.
Katie says your comment about Cousins. She says, since the point of football is actually the game and not fantasy sports, that's not exactly a ringing endorsement for Cousins, Bob.
What?
What are you talking about Kirk Cousins being a good fantasy quarterback, but not necessarily a great quarterback?
But
I said, Katie says, since the point of football is actually the game and not fantasy sports, that's not exactly a ringing endorsement for Cousins, Bob.
well,
Well, that's about the only thing he could be good in.
I know, right?
great fantasy quarterback. I like having him for fantasy.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. But in real life, he's – come on, man.
Stafford's the same way.
Yeah, he is. You're right. Stafford is the same exact way. Because Stafford's not – I mean, Detroit has not won much at all. I mean, they've been decent, but they haven't been great. And Stafford has not been an over-the-top quarterback. He's maybe a second-tier quarterback. He was supposed to be the savior in Detroit, and he was, and it didn't happen that way.
Well, that franchise is just cursed. They have always been mediocre at best.
Like the Browns.
They've never been good. I don't ever remember them being good. Heck, whenever they
did make it to one NFC Championship game against the Redskins, but the Redskins were so good that year, the Redskins rolled over them and said the same thing to Denver in the Super Bowl. But that's about as good as they've ever been. They made it to one NFC Championship game that I can remember.
I know that whenever they had Wayne Fonts, they'd start like 2-7 every year, end up squeaking into the playoffs, and he'd keep his job.
Wayne Fonts in the run and shoot. Good God. Eric Hipple.
The only saving grace for them was Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah, and that made them respectable because they were so bad for so many years, and it still wasn't enough.
Right. Because Calvin Johnson wasn't. I mean, he was always hurt too. So that was the bad part about Calvin Johnson. Barry Sanders was pretty healthy. He was as healthy as he ever been when he walked away. He was just tired. He was just tired of the Lions because they never did anything to try and make the team better.
Right.
And they weren't thinking about doing anything to make him better.
Right.
But yet they wouldn't trade him.
Right.
And here we are, 20 years later?
Yep.
And it's still the same thing with them.
Yes, correct. Doesn't matter who you bring in as a head coach. Doesn't matter who you got a quarterback, running back, whatever. It doesn't matter.
No.
The Lions are a sad franchise, just like the Browns have been for the last 20 years too. Katie says also, this is the team that hired Marty Morningwood. You haven't exactly been coming up with fearless leaders.
And Jim Schwartz.
Yeah.
Well,
the guy who chased Harbaugh down the field.
More on weed. He did the stupidest thing I have ever seen in football. It was an overtime game. They win the toss in sudden death and choose to kick.
Yeah.
And ended up losing because of it.
Yep.
They scored a touchdown, right?
I mean, and I forget who it was.
Well, this is back in the day when overtime was whoever scored first wins, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But there was.
Why would you defer if the first score wins?
Because the Lions were stupid.
And I forget who it was. It was one of the sideline reporter. She had an 8-year-old daughter, or 8-year-old son, and the 8-year-old said, "Aren't you supposed to pick receive whenever you win the toss in overtime?" And I
If you're
forget
smart,
who
yeah.
it was. It was one of the popular sideline reporters. But
Katie says she thinks it was against the Packers.
Mom said, yeah, you are definitely supposed to pick.
When it's sudden death and the first score wins, you want the ball in overtime. It's automatic.
Right.
Even now with the you have to score a touchdown to win it the first drive. Even now that you want to take the ball.
You still have to pick receive.
Yeah, you got to take the ball. It's not like the opening toss and you can defer to the second half.
Right.
If overtime you win the toss, you take the ball. Period. End discussion.
Right.
So now the Cardinals are up 27-24. There's 7 minutes left in overtime, and Detroit has the ball. They got
a
score.
tie?
Huh?
How about a tie?
Tie. Well, you know what? I'll bet you if they get down there, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They won't go for a field goal. They won't go for the tie. They'll go for the win.
You think Lions are just going to say, fuck it?
Yeah. Katie likes to bring up an old quote. You play to win the game. Who said that? Remember who said that? Herman Edwards. When he was head coach of the Chiefs. You play to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In some cases. This is not the old Herman Edwards days when they used to play to win.
Right.
59-10.
Yeah. How bad was that? How bad was that beat down for Baltimore? You guys are going up against a juggernaut. They got some great players on that team.
It
was Miami. I understand it's Miami and they got nobody, but the next
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, Hollywood Brown balled out today, buddy. Welcome to the NFL, kid. Welcome to the NFL.
Oh my God.
I never even heard of him until today.
Yeah.
And Lamar Jackson. Oh my God.
He was a pocket passer today. He didn't do much on with his legs. It was all
right. Fuck you guys. I ain't no damn running back. Fuck you.
Exactly. Oh, Brett Murphy said, fuck Herm Edwards. It's spoken like a true Chiefs fan.
Hey, Brett, you lost Tyreek Hill, didn't you? Didn't he draft Tyreek Hill?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Me.
That was you, Bob?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's why you're getting spanked so bad, because Tyreek Hill went out in the second quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never a good thing when you lose a Tyreek Hill.
And my team isn't very good to begin with, so.
You know, I had a chance to get Sammy Watkins. What's his name? Chris, I think, wanted to trade me Sammy Watkins for Adam Thielen.
It's not a bad trade. Looking at what happened today.
Right.
I tried to look at history, dude. Sammy Watkins has always been a bust.
Yeah.
I'd still take Thielen.
Sammy Watkins needs to show me more than one game.
Right.
Yeah, he's got to do it more than one game. You're right. He does.
I mean, he definitely has the potential if he can stay healthy.
Well, that's been Sammy's problem. He's been injured most of his career, and he looked great and healthy today. But what happens in the next couple of weeks? Is he going to get dinged up again? You just don't know. He's injury prone, so we'll see. So
is he going to be covered by somebody who ain't playing for a team that didn't have coverage?
That's true too.
You know, there's some D-backs out there that, you know, they put them on you exclusively, and they've been known to shut down some of the bigger receivers and stuff in the game. So.
That was a catch. You can't go ahead. That was a catch.
Hell yeah, it was a catch.
I mean, that was a clear catch. I mean, the hands were underneath it, and the ball didn't touch the ground. So, and he rolled out of it. So, I think it was a good catch.
Yes.
Yep. Oh, man.
I watched a pretty good football game today. That was the one that I
The
got.
Carolina game, Rams in Carolina.
Yeah,
That was a good game. It really was.
it was pretty bad at the beginning though.
For Christian McCaffrey, it was a great game.
McCaffrey went off, and even it was a losing effort, he still went off.
Oh yeah.
But that's
Which helped me out a
Panthers,
lot. A lot.
Panthers couldn't stop the Rams. That's basically what it came down to.
Let's see
The
here.
Rams team. Gurley looked okay today.
He looked good. Yeah, he still was like 12 carries, I think he had. He didn't have a lot.
They didn't know. I think they're easing them back in.
Yeah. Yeah. McCaffrey got me 42.90 points today.
Just like Eckler got me 41.4.
Yeah. Yeah, McCaffrey, 128 rushing yards, 2 rushing TDs, and 81 reception yards.
And 10 catches.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, who is this Hollywood Brown guy?
I don't know, but he
You're from
played.
Baltimore.
He played.
I know that.
He played his ass off. I think he's a rookie or a second-year player or something.
Malcolm Brown, first round pick.
Yeah.
First round pick. Okay.
Yeah, his name is actually Marquise Brown, I believe is what his real name is. Malcolm or Marquise, one of the two. His nickname is Hollywood.
Okay.
You remember Hollywood Henderson back in the day for the Cowboys?
I don't remember that.
I know. Elliot remembers Hollywood Henderson.
Oh, hell yeah. 56 on the Cowboys.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you got Matt Stafford in this game here, Bob. He's not doing much for you, though. He's got you 32.5 points.
Eckler had 58 rushing yards, 96 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns.
3
One
touchdowns.
rushing.
Yeah, he had 3 touchdowns today. Exactly.
You know when the Jets lost that game? When C.J. Mosley went out.
Yeah.
Because Buffalo wasn't moving shit
Yeah.
while C.J. Mosley was in that lineup. When he went out, that's when the Jets defense kind of fell apart.
Why are the Lions doing this? Why are they going for the field goal, not going for the win?
Because they're the Lions.
Oh,
You said they're
God.
stupid. You said they're stupid. They're just trying to prove you right.
Just give the Cardinals the ball back with about 3.5 minutes left. Almost 4 minutes left.
Uh-huh. They got to put it on their defense.
Matt Patricia's coaching from behind the bench because he's got an injury he's overcoming.
Yeah, he's got a crutch or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Next score wins, guys.
How bad did Tyreek Hill get hurt?
Well,
Shoulder.
it's a shoulder injury. It's a collarbone injury, a clavicle injury. They didn't go into specifics, but there was some complications during the when they took him back in the locker room. There was some complications, and he was admitted to the hospital because it ended up being something to do with this. It also affected his sternum somehow.
Yeah.
So he's going to be out at least a couple of weeks, maybe 1 or 2 weeks. They didn't go into specifics as to what happened.
But Nick Foles, he broke his clavicle.
Yes, Nick Foles broke his collarbone. Yes,
Gardner Minshew.
and he had a good day. He had a good day. Yes,
Gardner Minshew the second.
yes, he's
22 out of 25, dude.
Yeah.
I just saw that. I was like,
88%.
holy cow.
yeah, and he's a rookie from Washington State. He was drafted by the Jaguars.
He's a cougar.
Yeah, and he looked decent. I mean, granted, he's a rookie, so it could be just a fluke. But
22 out of 25 is pretty damn
22 out of
good.
25 is kind of hard to.
yeah, well,
I mean, you can call it a fluke because it's his first time.
yeah, well, also they were talking about during the game that he's the one that took the majority of the snaps during the preseason too. So that's probably another reason why. Yeah, okay, I think it was a sideline injury that where he ran out of the end zone, he ran towards the sideline and landed on his shoulder when he was tackled.
Who?
Tyreek Hill.
Oh, Bowles got crushed into the ground. The lineman landed on his ass.
I'm surprised the red zone's still on. It's after 8 o'clock. Normally they try to go off. They have to go off at 8:30 when they kick off in New England, I think.
They usually sign off at 8. I'm actually watching the game on Fox.
Brett said Tyreek Hill sternoclavicular joint connects the clavicle to the sternum. That was what was hurt. The joint between the clavicle and the sternum is what was hurt.
Joint?
Yeah.
The joint?
Yeah.
That's gonna take a while.
Yes.
That ain't no 1 or 2 weeks.
No. Well, Gurley didn't have a great day, but he looked healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what McVay was thinking. I mean, granted, the guy that was his backup did really good. He had a couple touchdowns.
Brown is good. Hey, Brown, yeah. I tell you what, if I owned Gurley, I'd go out and get Brown as a handcuff.
If he's even available anymore.
I'm just saying, huh?
Yeah, if he's even available anymore.
Yeah.
He's probably widely available.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. And that's why I got Jalen Richard to back up Josh Jacobs, just in case.
Well, that's why Eckler was a good pick, because Gurley's not going to play for at least half the season. Eckler was a great pickup.
Gordon?
Eckler is a great pick.
I don't know. I think if he keeps playing like this, the San Diego Chargers might do like the Steelers and say, you know what, man? We don't need you.
Right.
Head on out. Go ahead and sit out the season.
Well, they've already told him that they've already announced they're not going to do any more negotiations for the rest of the season, at least. And he's free to seek a trade somewhere.
That's the exit right there.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying, man.
I read today, do you know that the Patriots offered the Steelers a first rounder for Antonio Brown?
They still did, but they did. That's just it. They did not want him going to a rival, especially
They
the
did
Patriots.
They didn't want him to go to New England.
There, so they said no.
They didn't want him going to New England.
Right.
Yeah.
So guess what? They did the old roundabout.
Right.
Okay. They went around the whole factor by getting him traded to the Raiders.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Thinking that he'd be away from the Patriots.
Yep.
But yet, the whole plan was that the Patriots were going to sign him anyway.
Yep.
Right.
Started pulling these antics. You knew he was going to get released once he started calling the general manager a cracker and threatening to punch him in the face.
Yeah, and it was.
You know
I mean,
what I mean?
Mike Mayock wanted nothing to do with him after that.
You go out that far, that means you're intentionally trying to get your ass released off the team.
Brett,
And then 2 hours later, you sign with the Patriots?
Yeah.
Something doesn't smell good.
There's something wrong. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong in Denmark. You're correct. Brett has a question. He wants to know if can Leonard Fournette last a whole season getting 13 more carries a game? He looked a little gassed a few times today.
No.
He did look gassed, didn't he?
Now with the new rookie at quarterback, that's going to make it harder for Fournette to run. Because he had a great game coming out.
Yeah.
But he's going to be playing some other teams that have better defenses than Kansas City.
Yes, absolutely, because Kansas City's defense isn't that great.
Ain't that great. Okay. So, Minshew, hey, he could be the Clint Longley. You never know.
Oh, God.
You know?
There's a name we haven't heard in years. The old Clint Longley.
The Clint Longley of the freaking Jacksonville.
The one-game wonder on Thanksgiving Day against the Redskins? Yes. Yes.
That was amazing.
Oh,
never heard from him again.
God, Baker, you disappointed me today, Baker. I'm sorry. I'm just so disappointed in the way the Browns played today.
Baker was their problem.
They were undisciplined. Baker was pressing. It was horrible. It was ugly.
Who on their defense got thrown out?
On whose defense? The Browns' defense. It was one of their offensive linemen that got thrown out because he kicked the defensive lineman's right in the face as he was.
Well, it must have been the Jacksonville. Somebody got
Miles Jack for
Jack.
Jack.
Jack got ejected for throwing a punch.
Somebody else.
Yeah, there was somebody else that kicked somebody too.
Well, yeah, that was the lineman from the Browns that got kicked out because he kicked.
No, it was from Tampa, dude. It was Quan Alexander.
Oh, I didn't see that. I know. I heard that I heard Alexander got kicked out. I didn't know why.
He got kicked out, dude. He was playing in Tampa. His first game back in Tampa, he got kicked out in the first quarter.
Jeez.
Yeah, there was. I know I saw somebody got kicked out for kicking somebody.
Oh yeah, that one that the guy kicked the dude in the face.
That was the Browns. That was the Browns against the Titans.
Oh yeah. That was crazy, yo. You could tell he was trying to take him out.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was trying to give him an extreme facial.
Oh. Is Kyler Murray going to win his first game?
I can't wait to see that game tomorrow night.
Which one, Saints or Oakland?
Saints. Who wants to
Saints
see
and
Oakland?
Texans? Saints and Texans? Is that in New Orleans or is that in Houston?
It's in New Orleans. You can see a lot of points being scored in that game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Drew next tomorrow night, so I'm good.
Michael Thomas versus DeAndre Hopkins. Is that
my God, what a matchup that's going to be. It's going to be amazing.
Hey, Duke Johnson makes his
Johnson makes his debut behind. Yes, he does. He's because of the running back situation in Houston. He's going to be the primary guy. Yes.
Man in Houston right now.
Is he?
Yeah, Duke Johnson is the number one running back.
He's the man right now.
Wait, don't they have somebody else?
Well,
they got somebody else. No.
Lamar Miller is gone, dude. Injured.
Lamar Miller's gone.
But didn't they go get Carlos Hyde too?
Well, yeah, but Carlos Hyde is not going to be the number one running back. It's going to be
Dude. Carlos Hyde was supposed to be the savior going to Cleveland.
Yes.
Never happened.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the savior going to anywhere.
Carlos Hyde is a forgotten man, and he will never be fantasy relevant or even NFL relevant again. But there's some rookies out there, dude. That Miles Sanders kid in Philadelphia, that guy's got some potential.
Well, you see this graphic they put up in red zone? New head coaches this year that in their first game, all but one have lost thus far. The new coaches.
Who's the one
Matt
that won?
LaFleur was the only one to win.
Matt LaFleur. That sounds like a hockey player. Goddamn it.
Well, that's Green Bay.
Green Bay.
That sounds like a freaking hockey player.
I know, right? I know.
Of the Canadians. Well, looks like we'd
this
have
game
our
is going to
first
end up in
tie.
a tie. This game's going to be a tie.
Yep. How appropriate.
Because Matt Patricia wasn't ballsy enough to go for it on fourth down. Wow.
Yeah, to think he used to be
conservative football at its best.
He used to be a Patriots coach. What's up with the
He was their defensive coordinator for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Guys, we're going to close up shop. I'm ready to get out of here. I got to go to bed soon.
Sounds good, man. I'm
all right.
Floundering myself.
Yes, exactly. All right, guys. This is the Red Sports Nerds. We're gonna close up shop. We'll be here again next Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks everybody that showed up on Facebook. We're out of here. Peace out. I'm Elliot, Bob the Beer Man, John G. Olson, and myself, the Sports Nerd. We're out. Have a great night, and thanks for watching.
All right.
Hey.
All right, we're stop streaming.